With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes offense takes the field for the first time today. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's past the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Gage. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Wildcats offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give it to the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Northwestern wants to go quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to move it through the air. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. On the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the air, it's Gage. Got his man. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in the rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Indiana is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Hoosiers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Trying to get to him. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch.
Right down the gut of the field. The tag. Touchdown, Northwestern. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet, everything you're...
Got a lot of running room. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Gray. Zings it complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Defense might bring the house here. Looking to throw on second down. A little release to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Northwestern right back to the line. On third down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Offense set on first down. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback checking off. How about these two running games so far? And dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Looking downfield, it's Gage. They're trying to get to him. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks, and you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
This offense has a second down play. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful.
He's off to the races. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Time to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit.
Number 42 in punt formation to kick it away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll ride the hot hand. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Gage. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to take a shot. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop. Turns it on down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snags it down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. He wants to throw. Got his man downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it to the right side. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Back to pass, it's Gray. Tackled there by the defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Bulls his way forward. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. To the air. It's Gray. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Northwestern right back to the line. On third down, he drops the throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down. He's going to let it go. He's got it all right. Oh, look out. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming up.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Northwestern wants to go quickly. Give to the running back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Wants to throw. It's Gray. Fires left. He's got it. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Wildcats have this offense rolling.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first position.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10.
And that's the beauty of running play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They keep attacking through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into their own hands. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fires to the middle. Got his man on the right. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. To throw, it's Gray. Coming after it. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. First down here for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Gray. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Right down the middle. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
He's defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They're bringing heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
At the 20, he's got space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll start this drive firing. Grabs it in the middle. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Got his man quickly. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. On the move, he fires. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Wildcats want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Cooper. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go...
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Dropping back, it's Gage. Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to pass. It's Gray. Swings it out to the flat. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to the end zone. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. To the air, it's Gray. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Defense looks like they're coming. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. Looking for a huge play. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.